What's up, family? How y'all doing? Supreme Beautiful Rising. Happy new and beautiful day. This is the day that we have made as a collective consciousness, so we must be glad and rejoice in it. Oh, I am so glad to be back on land. I am so glad to be back on land, y'all. I'm so glad to be back on land. I know one thing, it is hot as world. It is so hot. I'm going to turn the AC up a little bit, guys. I know it's going to make some noise. But I am so glad to be back on land. But I just wanted to get on here really quickly and let you know. Hi, Mary. How you doing, Mama? How you doing? Supreme Beautiful Rising. Gratitude for your presence. I am glad to be back on land. Honey, I didn't hesitate to get off that boat. So that's how much I'm so glad to be back on land. But thank you for being here. I am grateful. I am so grateful for you guys being here. All right. So, guys, this is just going to be a public service announcement. Supreme Beautiful Rising to you. I'm good. I'm glad to hear. Hi, Miss Galaxy Goddess. Hey, Mama. How you doing? Gratitude for you guys' presence. How y'all doing? How y'all be? I'm glad to know that everything is good with you guys. I know that it is. I'm grateful for you guys being here and everything. All right, you guys. Hi, Golden Sugar. How you doing? Supreme Beautiful Rising. Thank you. I'm grateful. Thank you, too, for being here. I am so blessed. I'm so grateful. And I hope you guys are feeling that way, too. You know, one or two things, I'm going to say this. One or two things is either happening, right? It's either we are being guided by our own internal light, our guiding light within, or we're going to be guided by external lights, right? And external lights are not necessarily bad or good, right? But if you're going to use an external light, right, to be guided by, right, hopefully that external light can come in conjunction with your internal light to make the pathway to your righteousness that much brighter, right? So you have to be wise in terms of how we incorporate others' guiding light or internal light. But you have a beautiful internal light within yourself that shines ever so brightly, right? And, this is what is, you know what? I can actually incorporate that with what I'm about to say with, these beautiful energies that are here, right? With these beautiful energies, your internal guiding light, right? That is shining no matter where you are in terms of what you are choosing for your energetic experience, right? So therefore, in the essence of all of that, with that being, with that being a primary thing, it is a primary thing because that's this little light of mine. I'm going to let it shine. That's your energy, right? And so therefore, what's happening right now is very imperative for us to begin to really start picking and choosing wisely what we begin to integrate ourselves with. From an external value and how we are, how we speak, how we integrate. Well, hello there, Green Eyed 79. Gratitude for your presence. Hi, Nature Wolf. Hey, baby, how you doing? Gratitude for your presence. Supreme Beautiful Rising to all that is here. I am grateful. I am so grateful for you guys being here. But I'm not going to take up too much of you guys' time because this is the reason I'm saying this is because I want you guys to begin to look at yourself and begin to understand yourself and the power to which it really truly is, and what you truly possess within yourself. What's up, Ninja? Hercules, how you doing? Gratitude for your presence. Eyes back on land. For some reason, I feel I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back because I saw some things while I was on that boat, in which I'm grateful for the experience that allowed me to be in that space to be able to see those things. But being out there on the water where there is no land, you begin to see things without obstruction. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have the buildings, you don't have a lot of the things to kind of like obstruct, your visuals to a lot of stuff. You're out there and all you see is water. So I was able to see the energy, like I was able to see the sun and I was able to see the moon. That moon last night out there on that ocean is a force to be reckoned with. Let me tell you, that moon is very, very that's a force to be reckoned with. So I was grateful to be out there in that space. And so therefore there's an essence of amplification when you don't have anything obstructing these energies that comes to your vessel. So when you're out there on these cruise ships and different things of that nature, and although yes, it was bright, it was brilliant, it was humongous. Where from my vantage point where I was, that thing was huge. It was humongous. It didn't have no obstruction. But equally, if not more importantly, the sun was, when I saw the sun was humongous too. It was huge. It was humongous. Right? But nevertheless, being out there in that space during this particular time of what is actually taking place, I am discernment either way. Grandest of risings, gratitude, grateful. Same to you. Thank you for being over here on the YouTube side. I'm grateful. Thank you for joining in. Welcome. Oh yeah, you guys, I'm back on YouTube because now I'm able to use both devices. Because I wasn't able to do that on the plane. On the boat. So I am equally on YouTube right now as well as Instagram. They're both running at the same time simultaneously. This is 2:53 a.m. Yay! Hercules, gratitude. Well, thank you for gracing the presence of being over here on YouTube. I am so grateful. They took hey, listen, I got another subscriber taken away from me. Yesterday I was at 444, to which I was grateful for, because with everything that was going on, for me to see 444 over there on the YouTube side, I was like, wow, I'm grateful for that. But then when I got up this rising and I went on to YouTube, I see that it's at 443, so they're still taking subscribers. But I'm still grateful for the faithful few that are here holding it down. I am so grateful for you guys. So thank you for being on the YouTube side. Right? I'm so grateful. So with that being said, you guys, like I said, these energies are 444, but then now it's 443. Well, Mr. Over it, what's up, fam? How you do? How you be? Gratitude, Mr. Over it as usual. Mr. Over it as usual is over here on the YouTube side, holding down the fort for us. I'm grateful. Thank you for being here. Hey, listen, Mr. YouTube, I should call him Mr. YouTube, because he stay holding the YouTube fort down. But I'm grateful for YouTube because, it is allowing me to have this essence of expansion. So therefore I am grateful. To which, speaking of which, this is what I am here to do, is talk about how we are now in these new vibrational vortexes and these new vibrational energies, which are very, very, very powerful. I'm feeling some type of barometric pressure right now in this now moment. But I understand what is causing it. But nevertheless, a lot of people may not, know what's going on. Maybe I'll go make it 444. I'll be back. Mr. Ninja, I'm grateful. Thank you. These pressures that are actually that we're feeling, many of us are feeling many different things in our bodies, in our vessel. And some people are feeling absolutely amazing. And then you got those that probably feel like shit. But that is because we vibrate from many different variations of energies, vibrations, and frequencies. So many of us vibrate from different levels of consciousness. So not everybody is going to feel euphoric. A lot of people are going to feel like lethargic and different things of that nature, because it depends on where you currently reside energetically and what operational system you are actually operating from or expressing from. which is the vibrational vortex of which you are expressing from. So a lot of people are probably feeling, all kinds of different things, but nevertheless, there is a magnitude of energies that are we're constantly being inundated with. And right now, for this particular reason, it is extremely powerful. So one of the things that I want to really focus on this live, as you can see, the title of the live is manifesting just got a little bit easier. Now, if you guys remember some videos that I made way back in the day, in order for the illusion of manifestation to sustain itself, the illusion of manifestation was pushed through genres that supported the level of consciousness of the third density. So a lot of times people that were very dense in nature, that was impoverished in nature, they would need to go into entertainment, they would need to go into sports, they would need to go into the medical, they would need to go into law, they would need to go into all of these genre of dense energetic expressions, because to be in law, to be a teacher, to be in the police force, to be an entertainer, to be in sports and different things of that nature. If you look at how the dynamics of that, how that went, most of your athletes and different things of that nature, they were going to college, they were on some type of grant, what they call a scholarship. They come from, humble beginnings and different things of that nature. And a lot of these things run parallel. So it was density. They needed a dense energy to hold up this facade, right? And it doesn't have anything to do with anybody's character. It doesn't have anything to do with anybody's, anything. It is about understanding energy and how you sustain a vibrational vortex, right? To uphold an illusionistic experience. So all of the formulas were there to uphold and to sustain an illusionistic aspect of expression, right? That's the thing. Okay, so it's not to really look at the person and say, oh, they were this and they were that. No, they're just being in this vortex. So the manifestation to millionaires and billionaires, it seemed as if that was the way to go. That was the illusion. But we never understood that the reason why many of us were still, working or had this illusion that, we could never have a level of prosperity, is because we were vibrating out of a vibration or an illusion that was to create an experience that was very dense in nature, right? So we were expressing from a density, right? And so to have a disparity or to have a contrast, right? Even the illusion of monetary gain, right, was even though how can I say, even the monetary gain or the illusion of manifestation was illusionistic in nature by the way that it was cultivated in the density that it was cultivated in. But now we are going to see how instantaneous, right, that we're about to manifest. And many of you probably are already experiencing it. Mr. Overt and myself, we are already experiencing it. So therefore, on my YouTube name, it is the same. It is Divine Words of Wisdom. The link is in my bio to the right of this other link, because I know some people touch the very first link that they see. The YouTube link is a little bit further to the right of that link, right? Because that was one of the first links that I put up there. So it kind of moved to the right for another link that came up afterwards. So that was when people go in, they touch that link and it takes them to something that was of Instagram. But if you go a little bit further where you actually see the word YouTube, that is the link directly to my YouTube channel. Okay. Right. So when we but thank you, Ninja, I'm grateful. So when we begin to understand that these are all experiences that each and every person that you see in every particular place, space, or whatever, these are experiences that at a soul level is being chose to be expressed from, right? But now, because I'm aware that these energy okay, I forgot the divine part. Oh, okay. That's okay. But now I'm becoming aware because of just this energy. There's this knowing that now we're able to manifest a lot faster. So my urgency and my emergency for this live is to watch your language, watch how you speak, watch how you talk to yourself. As I said, me and Mr. Overett, we are already experiencing instant manifestation of things, just instant. We say something, and then within 20-30 minutes, there it is right before our face, or we're in a vortex of thinking something, and then there is something there to substantiate it and to support it. Because remember, whatever it is that you command or demand for the universe to commence, it will bring it to you. Whether, it will bring it to you. So the thing about where we are, what is good for us to be, a space that would be beneficial for us to be in this now moment, because we are having the ability to manifest a little bit more instantaneously, is to be aware. And in that state of awareness, you got to pick, choose, and refuse even how we speak. Because remember, we've been cultivated to speak at a third density, and the third density is from that vortex of what we're going to call the illusion of separation, or a deficit. So, as I said before, and to which I don't really want to say it, but this is something that is so common that we say. As I said yesterday, right? When somebody comes to you and wants to borrow some money, right? And you don't want to give them that money, the first thing you say is, I don't blah, 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 no, blah, blah, blah. Or I can't lend blah, 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 this and that, or whatever. We got to change the language, right? Because we were taught to speak in a dense or a reversal aspect of manifestation, right? And so therefore that stagnated the ability for us to manifest instantly, right? That is the thing about energy and knowing yourself and knowing who you are and the power that is vested into your being. That is the thing about now. We got to be careful of how we speak. And remember, we speak backwards because the density, right, that we were in is a polarized, right? The polar opposite of what you are. Okay. So you were experiencing in the third density, a polarized version of self, right? So now we were speaking in the essence of that vibration in a polarity, right? So the English language is a polarized aspect. So what I'm doing for myself is less talking and more thinking, right? Because it's easier for me to think than to speak, because in essence, I can think of what it is that I truly want to experience without having to risk verbalizing it, and then affirming it when I verbalize my thoughts, right? Because when you speak affirmations, right? When you're speaking affirmations, you are affirming your thoughts. That is you're giving extra emphasis. You're amplifying your thoughts when you speak it. That is why they are called affirmations, because you are affirming your thoughts through spoken word. But we have to begin to understand that our spoken word in this density or this polarity was reversed. Hello, Gemma 1480. Does it always work? I'm not sure what you got to be a little bit more specific, because I'm not sure what it is that you heard, because these lives are a little bit delayed, so you gotta catch me up with a little bit more details to your question, so I'll know exactly what it is that you're asking, because these lives are somewhat delayed. And I'm here on you. Hercules, thank you, Ninja. Mr. Ninja is over here on YouTube. I am so ever grateful. Thank you. So my essence of this now moment right now, you guys, is that we are in a vortex where we now can naturally manifest, right? We don't need to. So in essence, what I'm saying is that you don't need to be a doctor or a lawyer or entertainer or anything, or go into those genres with the thought process that I can make a lot of money because this is the genre of where you could become a millionaire or you could become successful. That was a facade, right? We always, in our true selves, without the polarity of this experience, we have always had the ability to manifest instantaneously. We were just not vibrating at the vibrational sequences within our DNA to have access or for instant manifestation, because we had chosen to be in this experience of a polarized version of self, right? You know, a polarized version of self is self outside of self, God outside of self, knowledge outside of self, knowing outside of self. All of those are polarized versions in this vortex of experience of self outside of self, experiencing self outside of self. So your language is reversed, right? So when we used to speak spells up against ourselves, and we never really realizing that we were back to 444. Thank you, Mr. Ninja. I'm grateful. Hi, Papaya. Hey, Mama. Gratitude for your presence on the YouTube side. Yay. What's up, guys? Right? So in this dynamic, the focus that I, want to express here in terms of how I understand it, let me do my disclaimer. This is how divine words are. Oh, hi, Carissa. Carissa's on the YouTube side. Yay. And I'm not forgetting my OGs over here on Instagram. Gratitude for you guys' presence as well. I am grateful. Let me do a quick roll call. We got Ninja back in the house. We got Golden Sugar, beautiful soul, back in the house. We got Shinwei in the house. Gratitude for your presence, Mama. We got Miss Galaxy Goddess. Gratitude for your presence. We got the ever so lovely and beautiful Mary that is here. Also, gratitude for your presence. We got Nisha 590, beautiful soul. Gratitude for your presence. And we have the Beth. Gratitude for your presence. I am grateful. And for those who I've already said over here on YouTube, I don't know if you're here unless you go into the chat and, make yourself known. And if you do, I will shout you out, because I am equally, if not more, grateful for you guys expressing with me on this platform as well, right? We're spreading the love, right? We're spreading the love, and we're spreading the state of awareness. So in this stage of the game, you guys, right? Mr. Thomas, what's up? Mr. Thomas, aka Mr. Over It. My ace bunku in the hole. I'm very grateful for all of you. Thank you so much for being here. While I got 7 over on YouTube side and I got 7 over on Instagram, that's my number, you guys. 7 is my number. So that, that's the universe letting me know that I'm doing the right thing. I'm on the right track. So I'm grateful, right? So in the essence of, understanding this now moment, I just want to take this now moment to say, me personally, and I'm sure that some other beings are, I love you too, Ninja. Gratitude, deeply so. I'm so grateful for all of you. I love all of you guys immensely, and I'm so grateful that you guys, trust me enough for me to share my experience with you guys synergetically. So I am so grateful. Thank you so much. So in this now moment, right now, right? Many people have probably already felt the effects. I'm just now really feeling the effects in terms of confirmation, and also being able to, be able to express it fluidly to you guys. Light as a feather, instant like a flash. It is very so true. And me and you, Mr. Over, we've been experiencing this for the past couple of days. You know what I'm saying? And so last night, as I said, being on that cruise, right, being on that ship and being in that water, and it was nothing like, there was really nothing really there to obstruct anything, because we were in open seas. And so therefore we had a lot of the good elementals a part of the process of, really feeling this energy. And so last night is when I really felt that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Now, I was tossing and turning. I couldn't sleep. My body was just going through some kind of, I don't know. It was just I could hear it inside making all kind of weird noises. And I'm like, okay, did I eat something bad on the ship? You know what I'm saying? Like, did I eat something bad or whatever? It was making all kind of weird noises. I could not sleep. And I remember seeing the sun. The sun was big as day. The moon was big as night. That moon was huge last night out there on that ocean. I'm gonna tell you something. When you don't have anything obstructing anything, it's really a different visual that you get. Okay, so in essence, I came online fully integrated online with this knowing last night, okay, that we are now in a vortex where manifestation has gotten a little bit more easier. And so damn near anything and everything that you can probably, if depending on where you are vibrating from and what level of consciousness or how you see yourself, because how you see yourself is very, very vital into what is actually taking place right now with this transitioning of and transmutation of energy. So if you see yourself in a level of docility, or if you see yourself in a level of subserviency, then you're going to manifest that experience a lot more faster right now, in this right now moment, because we have shifted into a vibrational vortex that has just made manifestation a little bit more easier than what we have been experiencing under a natural state in a polarized version of expression of ourselves. Now, if you guys don't understand what I'm saying, let me know right now and I'll repeat it. But if you guys understand what I'm saying right now in this now moment, both on YouTube as well as Instagram, drop me some nines, because I go back and I listen to myself and it makes perfect sense to me. But then again, I want to make sure that it makes perfect sense to you guys, because the key element in this live is that we gotta change our language and how we see ourselves, because manifestation has gotten just that much easier, right? It just gotten just that much easier. What's up, Mimi? Supreme Beautiful Rising. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, beautiful. I'm grateful. Thank you. Oh, we got Nina Booski over here too. Woo, woo, woo. Over here on the YouTube side. Gratitude for you guys. Thank you for being over here. I'm way up in the mountains. The stars and the moon are so lit. Yes, I don't know what it was last night. I think it was because I was on that ocean. But baby, let me tell you, that moon was big. It was huge. And the sun was huge. That video that I did with my husband when we were sitting at dinner, that video did not do what we truly saw. It did not do it any justice, right? And I was going to actually do the video of the moon, but I was just so, I could feel this, I don't know what it is. I'm going to call it a transformation, because I'm not moving from a negative vortex. So I'm going to call it a transformation, right? But nevertheless, I got the confirmation that it just got that much easier for us to manifest. So right now, how you see yourself is very, very important. That how you see yourself is very, very important in this now moment, because that is what navigates you through this process, right? That is what determines whether or not if you are guided by your own internal light, or if you are being guided by someone else's internal light from an external perspective. And a lot of times what is happening, many of us are still at some capacity, we're still moving from an external value, but we're migrating out of moving from external, and we're more concentrated on moving from an internal value. But with this manifestation thing, right, because it gets tricky, because this is where a lot of times where things will appear to become worse before they get better. And that's because we have been cultivated to speak and think from a vortex, right, that we were in, and it's a part of our lineage in our genetics or epigenetics. So it's not just because, that's what we've been cultivated to do, but it's also within the memory, or within our cellular memory, or coded within the genetics of our DNA. Right? So we now got to reconfigure that aspect within ourselves by acknowledging the frequencies to come in to transmute the codings of our DNA, so that we can begin to move consistently online with the transmuted energy, right? So that we don't be talking against ourselves and then begin to manifest against ourselves in terms of what it is that we truly want to experience. Because remember, we have been in a polarized experience. The third density is about polarization. It is about experiencing the opposite of self, right? Right? It is about experiencing the opposite. Yeah, I know. But when you begin to supreme love, supreme and gratitude for everybody that's coming in on YouTube side. I'm great. I mean, on the Instagram side, I am grateful. Thank you for being here, and all the love in the world to the YouTube side as well. I'm grateful for you guys to be here. But yes, it is. It is. It's a beautiful story. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is, to me, it's beautiful because the way that I'm getting it, it's like I have to become conscious of how I speak too as well, right? Because I understand that we have been taught to speak in the reverse of self, right? So like I said, I gave you that example. When somebody asks you for some money and you don't want to lend the money, the first thing you say is, I blah, 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 right? Don't say that, right? Please do not say that, because then that in essence is going to manifest itself a lot faster, and then you're going to begin to think that, well, damn, what the hell happened? Why am I moving in such an opposite direction of what it is that I want to experience? It's because you have called to duty that experience, and now it's going to be manifest that much quicker, because we are now in transmuting. A lot of the density has been transmuted. Okay, so now that stagnant way of manifesting, it's starting to be transmuted, and the fluidity, yes, free flow, yes, the fluidity is coming through. So now you're going to be able to manifest a lot quicker. So now we got to be more conscious of what we say, okay, and how we say it, right? And begin to see ourselves also too as well as transmuted, because when you begin to see yourself as transmuted, then the energies, you're open to the transmutation of the density from within, so that you can begin to move from your own eternal light that is within you. You're guided by your own eternal light. Now, the service to others in terms of how we are whole, yes, we tend to move by others' eternal light as well, because we all have the internal light within us that guides us through our experiences, right? Oh, I'm grateful. Yes, pray. I have somebody on YouTube that said, "Praise Lucifer, Satan, the bringer of light. All hail the number of the B666." Absolutely, that is an experience, and I hope that you are enjoying that experiences, because aspects of those experiences is also going to be transmuted in the density that it resides. But hold on to that experience for as long as you can, because eventually that experience is going to be transmuted. But gratitude for your presence. I am grateful that you made that comment, so that people could be aware that, these things, the thing about the comments and different things of that nature, that I understand that everything under the sun, everything is a possibility, right? And when you move from within and you know the core value of you, that regardless of what is being portrayed, right, you know that the purest of you is pure love. And so anything outside of that is an experience, right? So artificial intelligence is an experience. Experience the dense side of expression is an experience. Hell, going to the grocery store is an experience. Jumping off of a mountain is an experience. Suicide is an experience, right? All of that is an experience, right? The death experience, right? The physical experience, right? All of that is an experience. So when you speak to a person like me, maxed out, I understand that this is just an experience that you are expressing at a vibrational vortex that is very dense, and it's because at a soul level you want to experience that vibration in this now moment. So, have fun, enjoy it while it lasts. See, this is what you'll get from divine words of wisdom, right? I'm going to tell you to have a blast in the vibrational vortex that you want to energetically express at the soul level. Because I know at the purest of expressions, you are pure love. Having a vibrational experience, right? So gratitude maxed out. I'm grateful. Yes, I am grateful, right? So intentful communication. Yes, that is my intentions, is having intentful communication with yourself, because ultimately you are how you see yourself, right? How you see yourself is the navigation, right? So many of us are still moving from the polarized version of ourselves, because we've been in this vortex for we've been expressing from this vortex for quite some time. And when I say for quite some time, I'm talking about through lineage and through epigenetics. Okay. Right. So your children, your children's children, or your grandmothers, your great grandmothers, that is what epigenetics is. I think it's something like 14 generations or whatever the case may be. So we are still experiencing those things in through lineage. So now we're going to have to now make a conscious to change the coding of that. This is why I'm doing this live, so that you can become aware and conscious of what you say, because when we are the healers of the lineage, right? In this now moment, because guess what? It is our vibrational vortex in the knowing that is receiving the vibrations and receiving the frequencies and the energies. So just like we had epigenetics to remember all of the things that we have done in this polarized experience, it is now we are the healing. We are taking in the healing energy to transmute it. And that too is going to be a part of the epigenetics in the future expression of energy through our lineage. So we are the ones that are now holding the torch to transmute the energy through epigenetics. So when we become through aware of what it is, right, of what it is that we are expressing and how we are expressing, and then we'll stop ourselves, right? We'll stop ourselves from saying, the shit that we used to say for the polarized experience, and now we are going to begin to say things in a manner to which is going to transmute the vibration through epigenetics. And this is where the healing of the lineage comes into part. So a lot of people is that, what is the solution? The solution is you and how you see yourself. That's the solution, you guys. The solution has always been you. And like I said, my lives and everything is about power. The power that is vested into your being is for me to remind you who you are. That is truly my love to you guys. Okay, is to remind you the power that you I understand, and I'm grateful that you guys find value in what I say and different things of that nature. But I am only an example. I am only here to example. I am only being what I want to see, right? To example to you, to however it is in terms of what conversation that you need to have with yourself or yourself, however that conversation goes. That is the most important thing, is how you see yourself. Is you how you see yourself. Because right now you're going to be manifesting shit, right? So, it's going to come a lot easier. So what I do, I have a plethora of journals. Every time I go into a $5 store, Burlington or something, and I see journals, journals is, to me, buying journals is like buying toilet tissue, right? You need toilet tissue. So I buy journals, like every time I see one and they're on sale, I'm always buying them. Because writing down yourself to kind of reconform and recondition yourself into speaking opposite of the polarization. So now we're migrating back into the true essence of ourselves. A lot of you guys call it positive. So I'm gonna use it for the sake of that's how we understand it, because there's really no such thing as positive or negative. It's just where you are vibrating from and the level of consciousness that supports it, that vibration. Okay. But for the sake of understanding, how to begin to transmute that energy in terms of how we speak upon ourselves and how we see ourselves, write down everything that you want to experience, right? Just write what you want to experience. Write how you want to see this reality, because that is a part of the healing. We are healing the lineage, right? In these energies, right? So for those of you guys that believe in ancestors and different things of that nature, okay, for those of you that believe in ancestors, they're cheering us on right now. Yay! For those of us who are migrating into a different vibrational vortex where these transmuted energies are being transmuted, you're stepping in and say, cleanse me. Cleanse me. I'm ready to be transmuted and transformed. I'm going through this cleansing. So cleanse me. Your ancestors, for those of you that believe in ancestors, are like, hip, hip, hooray. Yay! She knew what to do. She went through the puzzle and she got through the puzzle and she's, open. So they're cheering us on, for those of us, who are very dedicated to the essence of the ancestors. So the ancestors are very happy that we are in this vibrational vortex of understanding, we see ourselves in power. We see ourselves in power. We don't see ourselves in docility or subserviency, because the docility and the subserviency is the polarized experience that we are vibrating out of. Okay? If you want to see it happen, write it down. That's a law. Here we go. Okay. Thank you, Nina. You heard Nina. Nina say, if you want to see it happen, write it down. That's a law. She put that in quotations, right? So somebody said it. Okay. Right. And I think that is that is a part, that is a good thing to do, because then we begin to see how we think. We're placing a visualization, because a lot of times we're just being, you know what I'm saying? But now when we are beginning to transmute it, right? So now we're saying, okay, we got to change our language. I am amazing. Even though this is the language that we got to, be wise and pick, choose, and refuse what it is that we say, that has the highest vibrational essence of expression that supports what it is that you truly want to experience, right? So, I understand that this is the language that we got. We got to work with what we got. So now we just got to be more cautious, or not necessarily more cautious, or be more aware of what we speak and how we speak it. We don't never want to speak against ourselves. And our language is ass backwards, right? To be honest, I am love. We are the purest of love, Papaya. The purest of love. Just having energy, having an energetic expression. We are the purest of love. And somebody might say, well, Divine, how you know that we are the purest of love? Listen, let me explain something to you. Okay, I can't tell you how you are feeling in your now moment, because whatever it is in your mind that would even make you ask that question says to me that this is where you truly want to be right now in this now moment, and you want to express from that vibrational vortex. I say that I am love because that's where I want to be. That's where I want to express energetically. And that's what I know for Divine Words of Wisdom, aka Patrice Ansby, aka Divine Words of Wisdom. I am expressing from that vibrational vortex. So to question me is not to question me, because I'm sure about where it is that I want to be. That question is where you would need to ask of yourself. And therefore, the answers within you will give you that determination. How you feel about that essence will, if you listen to the truth of you, right? If you listen to the truth of you, it'll tell you what you feel about that very thing that you put out there, right? It will tell you, okay? And that is the greatest thing about moving in the power that is vested into your being and knowing yourself in power, right? But I'm not going to keep you guys on here for too long, because I just wanted to get on here just to make you guys aware that we are now manifesting ourselves. Thank you, Ninja. Thank you for all the love. I'm so grateful. You should see he got me a barrage of hearts over here on YouTube. A beautiful, beautiful demonstration. I'm so grateful. And the hot chakra color. Gratitude. It is just to give you guys a heads up, right? A heads up that the energies are changed. The energies have transmuted, and it's just that much easier to manifest. Okay. So you don't really necessarily have to go into entertainment to be a singer or an entertainer or anything, or whatever the case may be. Thank you, Ninja. So much love. I'm grateful. You don't have to go into entertainment. You can just sit down within yourself and say, okay, I'm starting this business. I'm moving in a natural essence of what it is that I truly want to express, or what it is that I want to do. What is it that you love to do? What is it that you naturally love to do, that you love it so much that you would do it for free? You would do it for free. Okay. So whatever you would do it for free because it's effortless to you, then now you can parlay that into this vibrational vortex, put it in for the cleanse that it needs, so that it too can elevate itself energetically to be in a fluid state of energetic expression, and watch and see how it take off and fly. Right? A lot of times people say, oh, I want to get my wings and flying. Flying is fluidity. Flying is literally you moving into a vibrational vortex, right? That allows you the fluidity of flying, right? A lot of people feel that your density, you can fly like this. No, we're moving from a dense energetic expression, right? Polarized version of self, right? Total, complete opposite of self. Okay. But now these energies are transmuting us right? And so therefore we are now moving into that essence of an ascensional value or evolution of ourselves back unto ourselves, into the truth of ourselves, right? We're always in truth. That's the thing. We're always in truth, right? And we're always in knowing, okay? Always. That has not been compromised. We're just choosing to express a different aspect of that knowing vibrationally, okay? Right? We're expressing ourselves differently in different energetic vortexes by having an experience, but you're always in the knowing, right? Always, okay? And I know that, a lot of people might come and say, Divine, wear your black card. I'm love. I'm every color of the rainbow, colors that you can see with the spectrum of your eyes and colors that you can't see with the spectrum of your eyes, right? I am everything, right? We are everything. We are the essence of the all. And I know that this paradigm and this paradox has us, on many different levels of energetic expressions that allows, for many variations of consciousness to be expressed and understood. But at the core of it all, we are all the purest of love. For every nook, every cranny, every piece of everything. And I know that this world has shown itself in this experience to be not so kind, not so friendly. Just all of the polarized experiences that deemed itself suitable, because that was what we wanted to express. We understood that this density was here. Many of us starseeds, understood that this density was here, and we came into energetically transmuted. So pat yourself on the back for starseeds that's coming up in the house that did all the transmutation of the energies. We was in every nook and corner. See, this is the thing. Like I've been saying this for a very long time. I've been saying that we had to come in and be in every nook, cranny, and corner to transmute the energy. I've been saying this for over a year. Right? Well, hello there, Miss Wallace. She says, on the YouTube side, gratitude for your presence. Thank you for being here. Right? We had to go in every nook and cranny. So many of us starseeds, we are everywhere. We're in your government. We're everywhere. IG got delayed or paused. Oh wow. Yeah, it's but I'm on YouTube, so both videos are going. So if you don't get it here on IG, it's going on YouTube, and it's vice versa. So I'm kind of glad I'm doing both at the same time. All right. But yeah, we had to transmute. We had to be everywhere. Many of us starseeds, we came and we had to be everywhere. And so we were in everything and we were everywhere, right? For the transmutation of the energy. So you are very, very powerful. That's what I'm here to remind you of, that you are very, very powerful. Like I said, manifestation has just gotten that just a little bit more easier than before. I got confirmation of that last night within myself, so I'm sharing it with you guys. And I'm still feeling some type of barometric pressure or something. Like I'm still feeling that energy. And so therefore I'm just sharing it with you all in hopes that you guys can begin to recognize these vibrational sequences. But the one thing that I really want to emphasize, not just the manifestation part, that we'll be able to manifest things a lot faster, but understand the aspect that because we are now able to manifest a little bit faster than before, know that these energies, the one thing that is so important to me is the transmutation of the lineage, right? We are transmuting. So the thing of it is that if, like I said, for all of you guys that believe in ancestors and different things of that nature, and the ancestors, they are very proud of us right now, for those of us who are aware and is allowing in a level of consciousness and a state of awareness for the energies to transmute our DNA, okay? That is a beautiful thing that is transpiring right now. Okay, for those of you guys, and I like to give, many different expressions, something to a delight to hold on to, because I understand that, there's something and I'm growing in that space where I'm going to be able to give a little, give a lot of experiences good news. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where I want to vibrate from, because I understand that there's a plethora of vibrational vortexes that, we are expressing from. But just know that there is a dense energy that is being transmuted. And in the essence of where we have been expressing from that density, we too are being transmuted, and in that awareness, and that also the epigenetics of that is going to migrate through our lineage in our DNA. And that is going to be an awesome thing. And this is where the true healing is commencing. The true healing began when the star seeds came onto this plane. Okay. So a lot of times people like thinking healing has to look a certain way. No, for the fact that many of us were born into this vibrational vortex, that's when the healing began, right? That is when the healing and the transmutation of the energy began, when many of the star seeds came onto this plane and began to let their little light shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. So when we became onto this plane, and when we were born onto this plane, our being, even though we were having experiences, the soul essence of us in the true energetic form, because remember, we are multidimensional, right? We are multidimensional. So an essence of us still had the ability through our physical self to be energetically expressed. So I know that the world may have looked the way that it did, but we've been here and we've been transmuting the energy. So give yourself a pat on the back, and I give you guys, all of the love in the world, because who you are at the core of you, by being present in this now moment in a physical expression, has been a part of transmuting this density. And this is why many of us have decided to incarnate in a physical sleeve, so that we could bring our force and our source energy onto this plane for transmutation. We are a part of the process with Gaia. You guys call her Gaia, the earth, the atmosphere, this realm. She has so many different names and different things of that nature. People are still in this now moment trying to figure it all out. To figure her out, or to figure anything out, is to figure yourself out. Once you begin to figure yourself out, everything kind of falls in alignment, like a little domino effect. It just, start dominoing. The key essence to figuring anything out is to figure yourself out. That is the most important thing. And once you get that going, right, then things become a little bit more easier to begin to interpret and understand, right? So with that being said, you guys, I'm not going to keep up too much of your time. I've already been on here for 52 minutes. But I just wanted you guys to say, all right now, so since manifestation is a little bit easier and we are aware of it and we are healing our lineage through epigenetics of this transmutation of energy, let me give, if you guys do it in your own way, but what I do, I got books, I got journals. So I'm writing down everything I could possibly think of in terms of what it is that I truly want to experience in this now moment. The transmutation, like I said, I am open to these new frequencies. It's so funny. Last night I had a dream, and I'm gonna tell you how open I am, right? I had a dream, and there was this entity that came to me spiritually. It was etheric. It had a silhouette of a body, but it wasn't solid. It wasn't physical, right? Wasn't like this, okay? And so it came to me, and I recognized the frequency, and I told it, I said, I do not spiritually consent to you, right? I said it just like that. And you know what that thing, that image did? It didn't come aggressive or anything like that. But there was a knowing, and I said, I do not spiritually. It came out of the sky, it came at me out of nowhere. This is a dream that I had last night. It came out of nowhere. I can see it right now in my mind's eye. I can still see it in my mind's eye. And when it approached me, and it levitated itself down, I said to it, I do not spiritually consent, right? And it bowed to me. It bowed to me in agreement, right? I'm only telling you guys, as crazy as it may sound, but I'm sharing it with you in terms of who you are when you begin to understand and know thyself, right? The path of least resistance is the knowledge of self, is knowing who you are. So even in the spiritual realm of my multidimensional self, I stood my essence of truth in my power, right? I do not spiritually consent. Absolutely. I've been saying that for a very, very, very long time. Go back into, I have a lot of videos, you guys. And, you know, one thing I do, I leave my videos up. Anytime a video get taken down, it ain't me taking it down, it's Instagram or YouTube that's taking it down. So, you know, the proof is in the pudding. I've been saying this for a very, very long time, right? Right? And that was during the time that I was still eating meat. I wasn't eating a lot of it, but I was still eating it. So a lot of times people think that, oh, you got to meditate, you got to, you know, can't eat meat, you can't do this and you can't do that. Well, I'm here to tell you guys that was not the case for me. And I don't smoke weed, I don't smoke I don't smoke marijuana, I don't smoke cigarettes. I've never done LSD. Some people have to do LSD or mushrooms to get heightened experiences, and that's fine. I'm not knocking those, but I'm just saying that all of the things that, you know, one put out there in terms of saying to make you have a greater state of awareness, I did none of those things. I did none of it. So I am truly the oddball in comparison to what is being propagated out there. I am the alternate version of it, because I ate meat until 32 days. Y'all, I'm in my 32nd day. 32nd day, no meat, y'all. Oh, I got a little excited. But you know, 32nd day, no flesh, right? And so I'm in my 32nd day. So anytime prior to 32 days ago, right, I was eating, you know, variations of meat and different things of that nature, you know, shrimp and fish and chicken, right? Pescatarian. I was pescatarian. Okay. But now I don't house any labels of being anything. I'm just a being that chooses not to consume any flesh. Okay. So I'm not vegan. I'm not vegetarian. I'm not fruitarian. I'm not breatharian. I'm not, you know, pescatarian. I am just a being that is deciding not to consume flesh, any type of flesh. Okay. I took the labels out, because the labels get people all confused, and it makes the journey a little bit more you know, complicated, because I can't do this, I can't do that. No, you can do whatever the hell you want to do until you decide that you don't want to do it anymore, because it's an experience. Okay. Right? It's an experience. Yes, no titles, mama, because that just add a variation of complexity. Because now you got to fit into conformities of this thing. No, you just have to be in your true essence of your truth. And you will gradually migrate into what it is that you truly want to express when you're ready for that experience, or when you're ready to express from that vibration. So I took the limitations off. You can't, you know, you first got to take the limitations off of yourself in order to be a free being. And whatever limits you is what limits you here. Right? This is why I say it's very important for you to know yourself, because you are the change, right? You are the healing, right? You are the solution. How you see yourself is the solution, right? That's how I understand it. And so therefore that's what's working for me, but I'm not here to negate, you know, what should be that worked for me should be for you. No, that is not what I'm saying. I'm just here to example and share my example with you guys and say, okay, this is what's working for me. This is what it looks like. You know, if you want whatever it is that you need to do to find your own niche that makes it work for you, it's not probably going to be the exact same thing that it is for me. You understand what I'm saying? But this is what it looks like when you take the wheel. When you take the wheel and you begin to take the wheel of self, right? And migrate out of the polarity experience, this is what it looks like, right? This is a version of it, right? It's not as many versions, but this is a version of it. So I'm just here to share an aspect of myself with you guys, to encourage you to move into your own power, and to know that these are the things that are taking place and transpiring in the goodness of you. Because God knows we already got all the shit out there that's talking about the bad shit and everything. I'm here to move out, migrate out of that polarized experience, to show the greatness of us. And somebody might say, well, Divine, you can't have bad without good. So let me explain something to you, right? You can't have good without bad. Were you taught that? You were told that, right? And in essence, it bears a level of truth when you invest in that experience, right? So how about trying to invest in an experience that might look a little bit different from what you've been told, or what your lineage of DNA or epigenetics has been programmed into your DNA that you're vibrating from. Okay, because it's all about transmutation of energy. Once you begin to understand that you have the ability to transmute the energy, and plus, we got all of this energy that's coming in so tough and so heavy that it's also transmuting it. Let's try something a little bit different, right? Try something a little bit different just to see if it work. It work. If it don't, that's fine too, right? That's fine too. But I'm just here to tell you guys, we are manifesting. Hi, alumni. What's up on the YouTube side? Gratitude for your presence. Thank you for being over here. I am so grateful, right? Try something a little bit different because you are ultimately the power. As I've said, you guys are amazing. You guys are amazing. You just have to see yourself amazing. And yeah, we do some fucked up shit, but you're still amazing. Just like I could say you are the epitome of love, even with you doing the most heinous, egregious shit. I still know that you are love, right? I had somebody that come on YouTube and thought that they were going to scare me about praise Lucifer. Praise Lucifer. I give Lucifer a high five if I wanted to be in that vibrational vortex to have that experience. They can go in and have that experience all they want to. Have at it. Have at it. Right? They ain't my cup of tea. Right? I choose to sip another cup of tea of a different vibration. Right? But if that's what you truly want to experience, hey, go right over there. Have at it until you can't have it no more, because that shit is going to be absorbed. That's all I got to say about that. Okay? Right? Hey, you can have it, and you better get it while the getting is good, because when the good ain't getting got no more, then it's gonna get gone. That shit gonna be gone, right? So go ahead, because that shit is being energetically transmuted, and it is being absorbed, and it's going to be recycled energy into a vibrational vortex that is going to be suitable and beneficial of a new vibrational experience. Because energy cannot die. It can be transmuted and transformed. So it's going to be recycled. You know how they had them damn recycle bins, and they tell you to recycle plastic, recycle. Hell, we even drink recycled piss water and bathed water. What you think those chemical plants and treatment plants is at the place of the water that goes down the drain and through a pipe, and then it facilitates and then navigates itself back to a facility to begin to have reverse osmosis and shit. And so we paying for recycled water, right? Recycled water. Everybody think they get nice, fresh, clean water from the spring and shit. If you ain't if you ain't by no mountain where you could go to that bit and take a cup and put that shit under a waterfall, we getting recycled water and everything. Right? We bathing in recycled water, and that's why I say where racism really at? When I tell you you're bathing in the water that black people don't use, white people don't use, Asian people don't use, dogs don't use, cats don't use. We're bathing in it. We're using it to drink make Kool-Aid and everything, right? What? So racism is an experience, you guys. It's an experience. Because nobody ain't thinking of hell. Bill Gates stood next to a plant, right? And said that he was going to recycle feces. That shit been doing. That's been doing. Okay? Energy can't be destroyed. Can't. Right? They take your garbage and they recycle your garbage. Right? And they make you pay for the process. That's what the dualistic side of the reality of the experience does. But all of that is being transmuted. So write down in essence of what it is that you are truly transmuting, and you begin to see how asinine racism and all this other kind of shit is when you really truly understand how all of this shit is being recycled, has being used and different things of that nature. And you be like, well, goddamn, well, I'll be damned, right? What you don't know don't hurt you though, right? So now I just made all y'all aware of the reverse osmosis of your water, right? That everybody and their mama drink, bathe, use for cooking, and all this other kind of shit, right? But we around here, hating on one another when we still are interconnected at some level, even without knowing how deep the interconnectedness go. Even in this polarity, they still keep us interconnected with the illusion of separation, right? Right? But I'm not here to debate on anybody's level of consciousness of how you are feeling or whatever. I'm grateful that you are there. Have at it, have fun. If it's one of those vibrational vortexes that is going to be absorbed, then, ride that wave until you can't ride it no more. That's all I got to say about that, right? All right, so with that being said, I love you guys. And once again, if you like this video, click like, subscribe, and everything like that. Because as I've said, I'm building up the YouTube channel. If you really truly desire, if you can share the content or whatever the case may be. Let me say this. I want to say this and make this perfectly clear. I do not mind anybody using cosmic knowing, right, on their platform. I'm not one of the ones that have a problem with anybody using cosmic knowing, because we are all cosmic beings, and I said that yesterday. What I do have a problem with is that you see me and then you kick me out your live. That's what I have a problem with, knowing that you're using my stuff, right? That's the only thing. Why would you do that when we are all on the same team, right? I'm not one of the ones that say, oh, I'm going to sue you for plagiarism and everything of that nature, because like I said, cosmic knowledge is for every cosmic being, okay? Every cosmic being, right? So I don't have a problem, because I understand cosmic knowledge is for every cosmic being, okay? Vibrate to the vibration where it resides. That's my message to you, is to teach you how to fish, okay? But when you know that you're doing wrong, right? You feel within yourself that you're doing wrong, and you get nervous and you kick me out the live. Why? I don't fight nobody. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Because the first thing y'all bitches be wanting to do is scratch a bitch face. And I can't afford for my face to be scratched up. Hell, y'all be wanting to scratch up and cut a nigga. I'm a lover, not a fighter. Okay? So I ain't making no war with nobody or anything. However, I do want to embrace sisterhood, brotherhood, unity consciousness, to know that every cosmic being has a cosmic knowing. Everyone, right? And I personally don't utilize any telepathic, how can I say, telepathic people like through the Galactic Federation, the Octarians and everything, because I see them as myself, okay? I see them as myself. I do recognize that they vibrate at a different level of consciousness, out of a different vibrational vortex. But that is where I aspire to be. I would never allow them to possess me, right? Just to express, okay? Because them motherfuckers don't even want to come into material form. So why would I allow them to hold on to my vessel just to express through, right? And they know not to even come into this vibrational vortex, because they don't want to be contaminated with the vibration and the energy or the density. So that I'll be damned. You bring your ass here. If you bring your ass down here to this vibrational vortex, if you gangster, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna give y'all accolades, right? You got to be a strong motherfucker to come into this vibrational vortex. You are one of the most powerful ones. I don't care what your reality is looking like. It is your relative reality is looking like. If you live in the projects, if you think that you're poor and everything, that's a whole experience. You had to be G in order to come down to this vortex. So I'd be damned if I let an entity come through me. Because they didn't want to get contaminated to come down here into this. You had to be gangster to come into the trenches. You can't. For those who are expressing down here in the physical, give yourself a pat on the goddamn back. You G, motherfucker. I don't care where you at. You could be living under I-95 for right now. You could be living in a treehouse, right? You could be dirty. You could be ugly. You could be all that, but you had to be G to come into this vibrational vortex. You had to be gangster. You had to be a strong one to come down to this shit. So I'd be damned if I let the Galactic Federation come use my body to come and talk about express some shit or let some Octorians come and use me. No, G, bring your ass down here in the trenches. Nah, they waiting until Gaia vibrate a little higher, right? Before they come down here, you got to be G. I don't care where you are in your life. I don't care if you are a drug dealer. I don't care if you done murdered somebody. I don't care. You had to be G to come down here. To come into this vibrational vortex to express any density that this vortex allowed for the experience. You had to be gangster, right? So I'd be damn if I let any goddamn thing come through me talking about want to express. Nah, get yourself a meat suit. Get yourself a meat suit and bring your ass down here. Shit. You ain't finna come through me. Shit. God damn it. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm dead ass serious, but you know, I'm just animated like a mug. But I'm dead serious though. I'm dead serious. You ain't finna use me. God damn it. Bring your ass down here. Shit. Goddamn, your ass, I give all of y'all accolades. I don't care where y'all are vibrating from at the level of consciousness, because you had to be G to come into this density, right? To express from this vibration, to experience the polarized version of self, right? Just to transmute and transform this bitch. So all our answers that came down here, and we done been in every nook and cranny, every star seed, I give, what they do, they pull one for the homie. I pull one for the homie. Shit. We gangster down here. I don't care how nice you is. I don't care how bad you are. I don't care what experience you chose to vibrate from in this polarity. But just for to know the fact that you are of the purest love and you decided to come down into these trenches, all right, y'all ass G, goddammit. We G, okay? Yes, Papaya, we G's, right? Y'all know I just wanted to make y'all laugh, but I'm grateful. But it's true though, it's true. I'm dead serious though. I'm laughing, but I'm dead ass serious. I mean that shit for real. I truly do mean that shit, right? But yes, you guys, I love you guys immensely. I want you guys to have an amazing time. And if you are not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do not hesitate to go over there and to build a subscription over there. I would be ever so grateful. But thank you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful day, and, enjoy yourself. Cosmic Paradox. She has a beautiful rendition about the July 4th essence of energy. I think it's very interesting that you guys take a look at it, especially in this energy now. It will put us at a different mental fortitude of how to express energy and transmute out of densities. So I think that I'm gonna go back to her. Okay, this is what I'm going to do on my Instagram. I'm going to go back to her, that reel, and I'm going to put it in my stories. Okay, I'm going to put it in my stories so that you guys can see it. I think it's very suitable for this now moment energetically, with the ability to allow us a knowing of how to transmute energy. So I'm going to put that out there for you guys. All right. All right. Hey, thank you, Nina Buski. I'm grateful. Thank you, Mama. And I love you guys immensely. Have an amazing day. And until next time, you guys, stay dangerous. We G's, y'all. We G's, all right? I love you guys. Later.